Hey 9-month club mums, this is Nisha at www.the9monthclub.com. Well, today we're inside because it is horrible outside. It's rather bright, as you can see. The sun's now come out after about 5 or 6 days of rain, but it's been really stormy. The grass is really wet and it's really windy. We've had gusts of like 80 miles an hour the last few days, and it's blown roofs off houses and all sorts of things. So I don't really want to get outside in the garden today. So what I wanted to do for you was talk you through some nutrition labels, because this is something I get asked about nearly every day in my pregnancy community. How do I read a nutrition label? How do I know if the food listed on that nutritional label is safe for me to eat during my pregnancy? Well, as most of you will know by now, that the only way I advocate to eat during pregnancy is from all natural food sources, so that you can be sure that every single mouthful of food that you're taking in is nutrient dense and is going to be providing your baby with everything he or she needs for peak development. So, you know, it's fair enough you want to eat treats some of the time, but most of your diet should be coming from wholly natural sources, so you can make sure that your baby is not going to be and your body is not going to be deficient in anything. So I'm going to show you how to read labels so you can be sure that they are conforming to the pregnancy elimination diet. And if you haven't got that diet, then it's a free diet, and you can get it from me on my forum at www.the9monthclub.ning.com. So let's go to the kitchen cupboard. And we're in a really good place today because we're at my dad's house. So we've got lots of stuff in the cupboard that has labels on, which I don't have in my own house. So we're going to start here with a box of tacos, some taco shells there. What we're looking for is the ingredients, and there they are on the side there. So most people just go straight to the nutrition information, which is fine, but it doesn't really tell you a lot. It tells you how many calories are in there. It tells you ratios of protein, fat and carbohydrate. But to be honest, most people don't really know what to do with that, although they think they do, and they'll just look at calories and go, oh, that's good or that's bad. Well, that's not the right way to read it. What matters is where your calories are coming from. So here we're looking at the ingredients label, and what you really want to see, I mean, this is a pretty good one. You want to see that the ingredients list is short, that you recognise everything in there as a food, and that it's all natural. So let's have a look. We start with corn flour. So corn flour is fine, all natural, and then we go to vegetable oil. Now, vegetable oil you can't have on pregnancy elimination, because I require that all of the oils that you use in pregnancy elimination are not refined, so that your body is getting good fats and it knows how to process them. And the trouble with the refined food is that your body doesn't recognise it as a food, it recognises it as a toxin. It doesn't know how to process it, so it stores it as fat. Well, it stores it within the fatty layer, and it basically stays there and pollutes your tissues. It also works to dehydrate you, because that toxin will have to draw in any water from your body to dilute it so it's not poisonous to your system. But that means that the water you're drinking is not going to hydrate your cells. So you can drink 3 litres of water a day and still be dehydrated if that water is being diverted to dilute toxins. So vegetable oil is a toxin, we can't have it, it's refined. And then salt, well, salt is obviously natural, so that's fine. But all in all, that's pretty good. I mean, there wasn't a lot of ingredients on there. Let's have a look at this can of baked beans. This is something someone asked me the other day. Can I have baked beans on my elimination diet? And the answer was, have a look at the label, but I doubt it. So we've got, I'll have to read this for you because I can't get the camera close enough for you to see it properly. We've got beans, 49%, tomatoes, 27%, water. All of that is fine so far. Now we come to sugar. You can't have sugar on elimination. There's a couple of reasons. One, sugar is toxic. Most sugar is highly refined. So sugar that you find in foods is used as a bulking agent and also to change the taste of things. But sugar is, well, it causes hormone fluctuations, particularly insulin. That's what we're talking about here. So it causes insulin fluctuations, and that will tell your body to have sharp rises in insulin followed by crashes, which eventually will lead to insulin resistance and lead to gestational diabetes. It's also bad because it attacks tissue. It attacks connective tissue, it attacks your pelvic ligaments, all of these things that you need to be supple because you want them to, you want your pelvis to open freely when it comes to giving birth. You want everything to be nice and supple and loose so that it goes back to shape properly. Sugar will attack all of those ligaments and connective tissue, so that's no go. Also pollutes tissue, so it pollutes muscle, so it doesn't work properly, it doesn't contract properly, it doesn't release properly. Again, when it comes to labour and you want your uterus contracting perfectly 100%, sugar's going to slow you down. So we ban sugar from elimination. Modified corn flour. Well, first of all, the word modified tells you it is not natural. It's a denatured food, and what I mean by denatured is it's been processed, and processing removes the good properties. It will break down proteins, it will remove the amino acids, and it will denature vitamins and things like that. So when your body comes to digest it, it will say this isn't a food, this is a toxin, I'm going to store it in the fat layer and it's going to pollute your system, slow you down. Salt, okay, salt's natural, shouldn't have too much of it, but it's there. Spirit vinegar, again, toxic. It's not a completely natural substance, it's manufactured. Spice extracts, now that worries me, it's an extract, it's not a whole spice. So if it was paprika, if it was cumin, whatever spice it should be, then that's fine, but this isn't, this is an extract, and the same with the last ingredient, which is a herb extract. So that's a no. Okay, and this last one I want to show you because this is a really good one. This is a box of formula milk for babies. And this is what I used to give my baby, and I can hear all of you shouting out now, why didn't you breastfeed? You're a pregnancy expert, you should be breastfeeding. Yes, I should have been breastfeeding the whole time, but I got to 4 months and basically my milk dried up because I was stressed out. We were going through a stressful situation. My partner was out of work, and we had lots of things going on. I was working too hard, and I'm not perfect, so we had to put our baby onto formula because obviously you can't start giving them food before 6 months because their kidneys can't handle it. So this is what I gave him. But anyway, this was the best of the bunch because it doesn't have soya in. It's the only one I found that doesn't have soya in. But let's go through the list. So we start off with hydrolyzed whey protein concentrate. So first of all, you can see the word hydrolyzed, which is a form of manufacture, and then you can see the word concentrate. So concentrate means that it has been refined. So definitely not on elimination. Vegetable oils, including structured vegetable oil. Well, vegetable oil is a no-no in the first place, but structured vegetable oil, again, structured tells you it's been processed. Glucose syrup, of course, that's a sugar. Starch, dietary fibres, and then we go into all of the things that have been added, and they're all the vitamins and proteins and things like that. So that would be a definite no-no on the pregnancy elimination diet. So I hope that makes that, sorry, I'll turn this around so you can see me. Yeah. I hope that makes that a bit clearer for you. Basically, you're looking for all natural food sources. So what you'd be looking for in a label is things like bananas, tomatoes, onions, garlic, anything that's a natural food source that you recognise, and you could go into your grocery store, pick it up as a whole food and include it as a raw ingredient in something that you're cooking. That's the basis of elimination, really. There's not much to it. It's not much more difficult than that. So anyway, if you haven't got the diet, go to www.the9monthclub.ning.com, and if you can't find it on there, just email me and I will send you the links for it, or I'll point you to the right direction and get you started on the right way. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you soon. Bye.